Good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I thought I would do a what I eat in the day video. So that's what we're gonna do. It is 6:37 in the morning, so usually I get ready a little bit, have breakfast, and then go to the gym. But it snowed a bunch last night. I'm waiting for John to get home to let me know how the roads are, because the road that I have to take to the gym is super hilly and curvy and I have a car. So I don't know if it's gonna be the best decision. I might go later this afternoon. Oh my God, these dogs. You can probably hear their feet clicking around. In the morning, they get like this random burst of energy and just run back and forth, back and forth. And so their little claws are ticking all over the floor, and it's 6:30 in the morning and I can't handle it. Anyway, rant over. I'm gonna make some breakfast, so let's get going. For breakfast, I'm gonna have 2 homemade protein muffins. I obviously made these ahead of time and then just stick them in the fridge, and then I can just grab them out, heat them up, and I'm good to go. And I'm gonna have some 000 vanilla yogurt, some lemon water, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of butter on my muffins because I just think there's no other way to have a muffin than with butter on it. So these are the chocolate chip. I use the Kodiak protein muffin mix. Added extra protein powder. Instead of milk, I used a protein shake to add more protein, and there you go. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, just a little update. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. Okay. It is 10:30. I decided not to go to the gym. John got home and said the roads were pretty bad. It was just snow, but I'm looking out the window now, and now it's freezing rain. So, the road that I take, like I said, has lots of hills, so it's my work from home day anyway, so it's not like I had to leave to go to work. So, I might as well just stay home. So I did. I was gonna do a little workout here, but I'm just feeling super tired. I don't know why. I slept good, I think, but I'm just exhausted and just feel blah. I think it's because of snow, can't do anything, can't go enjoy outside, so whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna have my second meal. I'm gonna have some eggs and some potatoes. I prepped this over the weekend, so I can just grab it, heat it up, and good to go. So I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so like I said, I had already prepped these potatoes and eggs and the sausage over the weekend. I just stuck these in like a baggie, and then I had some, like a quarter bag of potatoes left. So normally I have like a whole cup, but this is probably only maybe a little more than a half cup, like 3/4 cup. So that's okay. I just wanted to cook up what I had. So for my eggs, usually I'll top it with the everything bagel seasoning or hot sauce. Today, I think I'm going to top it with some hot sauce. So let me get this heated up and I'll show you guys what it's like when it's done. Okay, now it's all nice and warm. I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of hot sauce. Oh, come on. I don't really like spicy, but I like the flavor this gives eggs, so I'm just doing a teeny tiny bit. And then for my potatoes, there's salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder, and it is literally the best combination. I am obsessed. And this sausage link is from Aldi. It's actually breakfast chicken sausage, and it's extremely good. So I highly recommend you check that out at Aldi. And then I just filled up my cup of another thing of lemon water for the 3rd time, so time to eat. I found an interesting recipe on Pinterest, so I'm gonna go ahead and make that for lunch today. So it's gonna be a cottage cheese chicken salad, which sounds bizarre, but let's see how it goes. So right now I'm just adding in 2 big cans of the chunk chicken, and I've already drained it and rinsed it and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna dump those into a big mixing bowl. Now what I like to do, since it comes in like the big chunks, I just like to take a fork and kind of shred it and chop it up a little bit so it's easier to eat. Next, I'm going to be using the light mayonnaise, and I'm just going to add several little tablespoons. It calls for 3, and I just eyeballed it. Now it calls for 1 cup of cottage cheese, and I got the low-fat kind to cut back on calories and fat. So again, I'm just going to eyeball it, but somewhere around a cup of cottage cheese. Now I have already cut up green grapes, so now I'm just going to add those in. And for this, it called for a 1/2 cup of sliced green grapes. And then it calls for a couple tablespoons of sliced almonds, but that adds a lot of fat and a lot of calories really quick, so I'm just going to put a little sprinkle in there. It was probably 1 tablespoon or so, just to add an extra crunch to the chicken salad. And I'm just going to stir everything together and see how this goes. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt and pepper and then mix it up again. And there you go, that's what it looks like. I'm just gonna put this on a bagel thin, and that'll be my lunch. So I divided everything out just like this so I could figure out the exact macros, and it turned out to be 224 calories, 10 carbs, 6 grams of fat, and 30 grams of protein. So it's definitely super macro friendly. For dinner, I'm going to be making a slow cooker enchilada chicken soup. So right now it's about 2 o'clock. So I'm just putting this together and I'm going to turn it on high for a few hours. So this is a big can of fat-free cream of chicken soup. I like to grab the fat-free kind because obviously it's low in fat, which means it's lower in calories as well. I think that's what was the key thing to this dinner and making it such a healthy meal, which you'll see at the end. I tell you all about how it turned out and what the macros were for it. So I'm just adding now a small can of the same cream of chicken fat-free soup. Now for the seasonings, I just kind of did what I wanted, but this is some cumin. I really love to add this, especially to this soup. I think it really helps with the flavor. Obviously, I'm totally not measuring. I'm just doing what I think looks good. Now we're going to add a little bit of oregano. I pretty much add this to everything. I just think it gives it the best flavor. Another one of my favorites is smoked paprika. Now this flavor goes a long way. I learned the first time I used it, so I just did a little tiny bit. and of course pink salt. Now I'm not adding too much salt because the soup and like the black beans that I'm gonna add already have a ton of sodium in there. So I'm just doing a little bit of pink salt. It looks like a lot, but it's that cracked kind, so not a whole lot comes out. Then of course I'm gonna add my staples, which is onion powder, because I don't do onions, so I always add onion powder because I like a little bit of the flavor of it. And then we're gonna do some garlic powder. So now that I have all the seasonings in there, I'm just gonna add this thin sliced chicken breast. I've already washed it and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna add this in there and kind of jiggle it into the soup so it absorbs all those yummy flavors. And this is probably a pound and a half, I think. I think it was like 1.45 or something of chicken. It was just the prepackaged kind you can find at Walmart or Aldi. It is like the not organic. I said that funny. The organic, like, I don't know, cage-free something or other. I don't know. But that's what I grabbed from the store. And of course I had to go run and wash my hands because chicken freaks me out. So I definitely wanted to get my hands washed before I go touching all these other ingredients. So the next thing I'm going to be adding is just a can of black beans. This is not the normal kind I would buy. I like to buy the organic kind just because it has a little bit less sodium and less ingredients. It's literally just black beans. But for whatever reason, everybody wanted black beans over the weekend, so this is what I had. So I drained it and I'm just going to add the whole can. Now I'm going to add a bag of frozen sweet whole kernel corn. It's just the typical size frozen bag. I think it's like 10 ounces or something like that. Just going to dump that whole thing in there. And it is still frozen. I did not thaw it out. And then I'm going to add a whole jar of salsa. I really love the mango pineapple salsa. And the macros, I think, are really good on it. Obviously, it has 0 fat, so that's great. Now, at the end of the video, I do tell you how all this turned out. And next time, I will not use the salsa. I love it, like with chips and stuff. I can't open it. But I did not like it in this soup. I will definitely just do like the plain mild salsa. It added too much sweetness with this and the sweet kernel corn, so it was still good, but won't do it again. So those are all the ingredients for it. I'm just going to turn it on high and be done. Cook it for about 4 hours and stir it all together. Yay! Lord help me. Okay, well, let's let these puppies outside and then I will tell you about my macros for the day. Let's see, is it so precipitating? It finally quit snowing. Okay, now that they won't be distracting me, I will tell you about my dinner and that chicken salad that I made for lunch. So let me put you down so you're not getting dizzy. Okay, so the chicken salad was good. It was kind of different. I obviously love chicken salad with mayonnaise, but I'm focusing on low fat right now. So having just a couple of tablespoons versus like half a cup made a big difference. And then the cottage cheese added protein, which is good. And then I had it in a protein wrap, and I love those wraps. They're at Aldi's if you're wondering. They have like a plain and like a spinach one maybe. They're really good. They're also low carb if you do keto. So, and then I had it with pretzels and a little bit of French onion dip. So nothing too fancy. But let me tell you, so I'm really trying hard to count everything I eat, and I really like to make stuff from scratch, like the chicken salad and the dinner that I made. So instead of guessing at what my macros are, I've been listing everything out. Each ingredient, I list the calories, the carbs, the fat, the protein for each thing that I put into the dish, and then I add everything together, which is what I did down here. And then I divide it by how many servings it made, and then that's how many the macros was for what I had today. So again, this is for the chicken salad that I made. So it made 4 different servings. So it was 224 calories, 10 carbs, 6 grams of fat, and 30 grams of protein. So super healthy, which is fabulous. And it was tasty. And now I have, oh, I thought the video stopped. Sorry. What is on my face? Probably chocolate from my banana covered chocolates. I mean my chocolate covered bananas. I'm so tired. I don't even know why, because I just sat at home all day. Anyway. So that's the chicken salad. And then, that's not the right page. For the enchilada chicken, which I am super happy with the macros. In the video, you obviously saw that I used mango pineapple salsa. I think next time, since the corn was like the sweet kernel corn, I think I will just do like a mild salsa. That way it doesn't add extra sweetness, because I didn't really like the sweetness of it. It was kind of awkward tasting, if that makes sense. But it was good, and it was super healthy. So I'm very proud of myself. My best friend actually told me about this recipe, so thanks to you. So then again, I did it the same exact way, and it also made 4 servings. So per serving, it's 414 calories, 48.5 grams of carbs, 6 grams of fat, which is like super low. I'm super happy with that. And 50 grams of protein. So it was an excellent dinner. And then I did have a piece of, I don't think I added that in my daily calorie count. Well, anyway. I had a piece of butter bread. So I just had a piece of like the Sara Lee honey wheat bread with a little bit of butter on it. I like to have that with like soup and roast and stuff. I just think it's really good. So, and then I added up everything from today, what my macros were. So usually I work out. So usually when I work out, I burn like 600 or so calories. So I did not work out today, which really would have helped. But I still did really good at hitting all my goals and limiting my fat. I made good choices today. So I just kind of added it up here. So today I consumed 1,659 calories, which my goal, I guess you could say, is 1,700. So that was good. Protein was 161. Carb was also 161, which is super weird that hit the same number. And then fat was 49. So I think that was excellent for my day. Let's see, what else was I gonna say? Well, here's another recipe that I made the other night. It's the bacon chicken ranch pasta, which sounds incredibly unhealthy, but it was freaking amazing, and it was actually healthy. The carbs were 42.8, fat was 16, protein was 40, calories was 476. So the fat was a little high, but if I had like a good lunch that day, then it's okay to go a little bit extra for dinner or whatever. And then, as you saw before this, I didn't do like a little video, but for my snack, let me grab one really quick. For my afternoon snack, I just have like a Verb energy bar. These things they're only 90 calories, and they have as much caffeine as an espresso shot, which is 65 milligrams of caffeine. So that was a good afternoon pick-me-up. And this is lemon raspberry. The flavor that I had for my snack today was cookie butter, which is super, super tasty. And then after dinner, I just had some frozen sliced bananas that are dipped in dark chocolate. I like it because they came in that like little bitty pack. They're only 100 calories, like 4 grams of fat, not zero protein, but it's a treat. So I'm not looking for a protein source. And it hit the spot. So I feel great. I don't feel bloated or anything. So that's usually what I try to do in a day when I'm trying hard to be good. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you wanna see more recipes or more of what I eat in a day, let me know in the comments and give me a thumbs up, and also just say hey, so I know that you're here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you in the next one.